And we have Tyvis with us, live from his studio in Columbus.
Tyvis,
what's
going on? Fellas, how y'all doing?
Good.
Hey.
Your
pretty
camera's like on an angle. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can't get it to.
Oh, there you go.
straighten.
That's better.
But it always falls back.
Oh, it always falls back?
It's like on a weird tripod thing, but don't pay attention to that. Lock in, bull. You worried about the wrong things. You worried about the wrong things. Don't pay attention to all that.
What should we – all right, let's get – you were the one who said a couple of weeks ago or last week that the Cavs were better off without LeBron. I don't feel that way right now, Tyvis. What do you say? You still think so?
Yeah, listen, first of all, bull, why is it that if this was LeBron 10 years ago, I totally get it. I really do. And maybe the problem is that I was talking to people from LA who was big Laker fans and how they were so excited to see him go because of the fact that he doesn't play defense. They say it's a young man's league, and they say that the money that he was demanding did not match what they were getting on the floor. And to me, I'm thinking to myself, okay, you come to Cleveland, what is there like? Yeah, you want that guy to be dominant and all those things, but that was him 10 years ago. I know that in the playoffs he showed that he can still do those things, but I'm just not necessarily counting on that from a night-to-night basis. I think the Cavs have done a pretty good job of getting themselves successful in the post-LeBron era, and I feel like they're like one or two moves away. The problem with the Cavs is this. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that as fans, we see exactly what's going on. It's for some odd reason, it takes them a little bit too long to figure out what we've seen for 2 years already. The fact is this team has been soft, and this team has been getting old, and the chemistry of the team just wasn't working. So you switch it up and you get James Harden in there and switch it for Darius Garland. Okay, I wasn't a fan of the move, but hey, I get it. You want a guy that's going to be on the floor, so okay, I'm willing to accept that. But now you tell me you went and got this coach who made this offense. Mikey, what was the offense 2 years ago or last year when Kenny first got here? It was he kept saying it was the best offense we've ever seen historically.
Second best offensive rating in NBA history.
Yeah. So, okay, so you go get a coach that produced those things, but then you go get a player that takes away from that coach being able to run that offense. I just to me, what sense does that make, right?
Ty, let me ask you this. You said he's not worth the money he's demanding. Well, he signed on a $4 million deal. Mario Hezonja got $3 million. So we got 2.8 technically. So you're saying that there's just a 25% difference in LeBron versus Mario Hezonja for that extra wing spot for the Cavs? Like, is that what you're trying to argue?
I guess we'll see. I mean, this season will tell a lot.
If Mario Hezonja gives the Cavs 75% of what LeBron gives Philly, I'll shave my head. I'll tattoo Tyvis on top of my head.
Oh, man.
Hey, girl, make sure you clip this, okay?
I would not do the tattoo thing.
Yeah. I'll shave my head, though. I'll do that.
I mean, you got locked in on the tattoo.
I guess I'm getting a Tyvis tattoo then.
Anyways, no, I'm not saying necessarily not for the money part. You're talking about that's the Lakers part. Like he was getting $50 million last year, I believe, right? And he opted in.
He was on a max contract. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that is. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I understand.
Listen, Tyvis, here's something we all universally know. Lakers fans are idiots, and they're spoiled, just like Yankees fans. They're spoiled. They expect to win a championship every year. They don't know what they're talking about. Good luck this year without LeBron. I mean, are you kidding me? Not worth the money. The guy's worth every dollar every year. There's no option. You said they need two players. Who are these two players? They're not getting any good players. Who are they getting? Jonathan Kuminga? He's just a guy.
No. See, when I said this, first of all, they should have made the trades back. This all started with me back when the Giannis thing happened. When they didn't take that deal at the deadline, that's when I kind of checked out a little bit with the Cavs. Because to me, you're not going to tell me that, oh, we're locked in to winning the championship. We're all in on this season of winning the championship. In what universe is Evan Mobley better than Giannis Antetokounmpo? You got an opportunity to bring Giannis Antetokounmpo here and trade Evan Mobley away, and you decide to go with Evan Mobley over Giannis. That you're not serious. So let's get that out in the open. That's BS right there. You're not serious about winning no championship, and you're not all in, because if you're all in, you would do all in moves. That clearly was one that you neglected to do. All right, so let's pull to this offseason. You got a chance to get Jaylen Brown,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what they wanted. I don't know. Maybe it was Evan. Apparently, it didn't take. It wouldn't even have took Evan because Celtics gave up kibbles and bits for him. You couldn't make that deal like that to me. Like you're not serious about it. You want to do it with a certain group of guys, and you want those group of guys to get it done. The problem is that certain group of guys have not been producing. So why are you continuously going out there with that same group of guys, believing that same group of guys are going to just somehow figure it out? I understand the Boston Celtics did it with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I get that. Cool. But that doesn't happen often, and they need to let it go. Like, move on. You've already started to crack when you got rid of Darius Garland. Let's just go all the way in on this whole thing. And obviously the big season is going to be on Evan Mobley. You know, I am a huge Evan Mobley fan because he has said he's going to be the second best player. So what I'm doing is holding people to what they say. You know, that's the standard that he set for himself, and I'm going to hold him to that standard. That's all that is. So I want to see it. This, if any time there was going to be any time for Evan to do it, oh boy,
it's now.
This is the year.
Tyvis, are the Sixers now the favorite in the East to come out of the East to the finals?
Probably between them and the Knicks.
Between them and the Knicks, you said?
Those are the two favorites in Vegas for what it's worth. FanDuel had it yesterday. 320 for the Sixers, 380 for the Knicks. I mean, swap that. 320 for the Knicks, 380 for the Sixers.
I mean, I think the Sixers probably should be favored on paper because of all the talent they have. But, like, we know all those guys, including LeBron, have injury concerns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, has Embiid ever made it through a season?
No.
Ever?
I think just Embiid and LeBron. I don't think the rest of them.
Maxey played the most minutes in the league last year, and Jaylen Brown's as durable a superstar as you get.
But
so.
yes, Embiid and LeBron at his age.
Two large pieces of that team, LeBron and Embiid, are fragile.
Yeah, fair.
And LeBron's not fragile, but he's old. And so that makes him fragile. Because at any given moment, it will fall off a cliff.
But even without Embiid for part of the season, they're still one of, if not the best team in the East. No? I mean...
Yeah, sure.
I think that starting... Ty, I don't know if you agree with this or not, but I think Philadelphia has the starting lineup that you're hoping that when the lineup comes out 2 hours before and we see load management happen all the time, you're like, please don't let everyone play today. Please don't let everyone play today. Please don't let everyone play today. Because that is the scariest starting five in basketball if everyone decides to play.
If you have that attitude, you're a loser. Well, you're a complete loser, Mike. You are a former athlete. What are you talking about? You don't want to. I'm not saying best to be the best.
On a given night, if you're a random fan hoping your team wins as many games as possible, you're gonna.
You're a loser fan.
Well, that's
you're
fine.
An absolute loser as a fan if you're rooting for guys not to play because they're good.
Mikey, let me ask you this because I think this is one of the X factors when it comes to going up against the 76ers. Who is the guy off the bench for them?
Anthony Simons, who's a really good bench scorer. Dean Wade, who's one of the better perimeter defenders in basketball. They just drafted LeBaron Philon, 16th pick, I believe, out of the University of Alabama, who would have been a lottery pick last year, went back to school, fell a little bit because the draft's a lot stronger. They're a pretty deep team, man. They got some dudes. Derek Barton's a good swing guy off the bench, too, for them.
Okay, so that's a pretty good bench. Okay, so they got that. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It will.
They're
be
a really
tough
good team. Shout out to Mike Gansey. He put together a heck of a squad.
To me, it ultimately comes down to Embiid. I feel like Embiid is the only person on that list that's truly unguardable when he's on. I mean, I get LeBron's agent. I know LeBron did some wonderful things, and of course, if LeBron drops and he turned the clock back 10 years, then yeah, absolutely, he fits in this category. But Embiid is the one person that will give any team problems. If he's locked in, it's nothing nobody can really do about it. I mean, didn't they beat the Celtics last year? They took them to 7 to beat the Celtics because Embiid turned it on and they just had no answer for him. So to me, that is kind of the key to the whole thing. If Embiid, who's their backup center?
I think it's Porty from New York, but I could be wrong. They had Drummond. They lost Drummond.
Yeah, Drummond going to New York. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but
Bona?
yeah, that would.
I mean, the offseason's not over. They could add somebody potentially, right?
I'm pretty sure they're hard capped now after the LeBron signing, so I don't think they can make any more moves.
Are they in the second apron?
No, they're.
So then they
they're
could make
the
a trade if they're not in the second apron.
Yeah. But if you get I think they're hard capped with the LeBron signing, which means they're basically
Yeah,
stuck.
right.
They can't go over. They can't go under. Like it had to be a dollar for dollar match. And
Right,
there's very
right.
few dollar for dollar contracts. But
Yes,
they got 8 or 9, maybe 10 if I'm forgetting a guy. And I'm sorry for not being as familiar with the 76ers bench as I should be. They got 9, 10 guys basically locked in as a rotation, plus some young guys that will get a chance to prove they can play.
How is Jared Allen and Evan done against Embiid defensively?
Not great, but nobody is good at stopping Embiid.
Nobody can stop him. You just said it,
he's
Ty. You can't stop him when he's healthy.
Unguardable.
I was curious. I was just curious. I was curious. Sorry.
No, I mean, Embiid, when he's locked in and healthy, is an unstoppable force. He's a one-on-one kind of guy in today's NBA. Embiid's 7'2", 280.
And he shoots.
And he can
Steph
move.
Curry.
He's maybe not Steph Curry, but he's a darn good. Yeah, he's a darn good
awesome
shooter. When he's healthy and he's on, like he won MVP for a reason. He was in the MVP contention with Jokic for 3 straight years because he's the most unstoppable post presence in the NBA today. And at his size, at 280, as good as Jared is, as good as Evan is at stopping guys down low and moving their feet on the perimeter, they just don't have the size or the strength to match up with
They almost beat the Knicks
Embiid.
this year without LeBron.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
they took what's that?
The Knicks?
The Sixers.
They got swept by
They got swept.
They got swept.
Yeah, they got swept by the
Yeah.
Knicks.
Didn't they have a lead in some of those games?
They were up big in game 1, and there was that crazy comeback.
Okay, that's what
They-
it was.
I mean,
it was a similar series that the Cavs had
Yeah.
against the Knicks. But yeah, I don't know. I think Embiid is, like you said, when he's healthy,
1-on-1.
he's unguardable.
Dustin, you really got a problem with the Chase Bank logo?
So if you missed it, folks, the Buckeyes are we just gained a big sponsor with like $18 million or something.
17 a year.
They're going to be the Chase logo is going to be on the jersey of every sports team at Ohio State. So they're like the official sponsor of the Buckeyes.
Yep.
I don't know that I have a problem. It's just weird to see a brand, a corporate brand on something that's been so traditional for so long.
All they care about is money. That's it.
But I guess I have to just resign the fact that
I don't look at it as bad because we have a problem with like the Fiesta Bowl and Sugar Bowl patches. So like for $17 million,
it's one game.
$17 million, man, you can put whatever you want. Make it NASCAR. You can put 20 of them on there if you want to. And
at least
embarrassing.
At least Chase
is
we got a decent looking logo.
That's true.
And I bank with them, so
Yeah, me too. So yeah, I don't have a problem. Oh yeah, and by the way, the big question is what are they going to do with the white uniforms? It's black. The Chase logo's black on that one, so it's not blue. I know a lot of people's like it's going to be blue. It's black.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't got a problem. $17 million a year. I mean, you missing out on some type of recruits now. I mean, that's just the day we live.
There's a lot of ways to bring in revenue.
Yeah,
and this was one that was
president
not
of the college.
Have the Yankees put a patch on their jerseys yet, or were they?
I don't think so.
Will they ever?
I don't know. Yeah,
ever.
I just think about in college football, will Alabama? I guess they will at some point put a patch on.
Yeah, maybe.
I think about these USC. Will USC put a patch? They don't even put their names on the back of the jersey.
Yeah.
Penn State.
What's that, Anthony?
I bet they'll all look across at soccer and see how much money they make from those sponsorships on those kids.
No, you're probably right, Ant.
$17 million is $17 million to put a little logo on the jersey. Like I'm with you. I don't love I was against the patches on jerseys from the get-go, but if it's that big of a paycheck, how do you say no in an era where you need as much money as possible to compete for recruits?
We have no morals. We have no standards
I thought it was
anymore.
weird when they put Safelite on the field at Ohio Stadium.
You need to stop this, bull.
We all pray to the almighty dollar. That's all we pray to these days. Anyway, Tyvis, good stuff. Thank you.
Thanks, Ty.
Later, Ty.
I'll see you tomorrow. Go Bucks.
All right, man.